Yo, what's up, everybody, and welcome to the newest edition of the Bronx Muchachos Podcast, brought to you by the Baseball Banter Broadcast Network. I'm your host, Mark, and tonight, of course, we got nothing but a special guest tonight. One of the OGs from the Bronx Muchachos is back in full effect from this day forward. Everyone, you know him, Alex. What's up, brother?
Chilling, bro. Chilling. I'm back. After 1 week of the season going on, it's like, you know what? It's baseball season, so it doesn't feel like baseball season for me right now unless I'm talking some baseball with my friends. So I gotta talk some baseball at least. So that way I feel like I'm in the season.
Well, you're back, and now, you know what? You'll be back every week with us, doing our thing. We'll get myself, you, when Dave's able to make it too. Dave will be here as well. So we got 3 out of the 4 OGs back together again.
Yep.
So for everyone watching right now, please hit the subscribe button, smash the like button, let us know what's going on YouTube. If you guys are listening to us, you guys know where we're at. Apple, Spotify, iHeartRadio, all the places, even YouTube. Go to YouTube Music. We're on YouTube Music. Got everywhere we go, man. We're everywhere and anywhere. Come listen to us. Come watch us. Let us know what you're thinking in the comments. Give us some love. Give them some likes. Let us know what you're thinking tonight, man. So it's baseball time. Baseball season. Guess what? Yankees are 5-1. Can't go for the 162-0 this year, but that's all good because there's a lot of good things that we're seeing right now. Alex, I'm going to toss this over to you, brother. Tell me what you've been witnessing, what you're liking so far this season.
All right, so pitching, outstanding. Like that is right now, hands down. That pitching in the beginning of the season is looking chef's freaking kiss. Let's be real. Like, come on, like it's just perfection the way that pitching rotation is going right now, and it's only going to get stronger. So it's right now in the pitching area. Wish Danny was around because I know he'll be more than happy about pitching doing as well as he's doing right now. Let's be real for that one, okay? Batting wise, things are going a little slow, for some guys. Maybe WBC for some. It might be slow start for others. I mean, it's way too early in the season. We both know to really do any real deep dive into that area yet. Mm-hmm. Because if I really want to go deep diving on it, it's like, oh, okay, I know who I want to do it. We all know who I probably want to do it on, but I'm not going to do it on that guy yet. And I'm not going to say who I'm going to do it on that guy yet because guess what? It's weekend. And guess what? This is my only hint. Out of the 16 people that are in that same range of money, 16 other individuals, only 5 of those people are actually doing good, better than him. So it's not like it's really anything for me to talk about. Got to wait till a month in, and then we can actually have real fights about who is good and who is, manure. A little bit of manure.
A little bit of manure. Now, 100%. But you know what? We, in your absence, my friend, we have been, myself, Dave, we've been talking about the pitching staff, and pitching staff is going to be the backbone of this season for the Yankees.
100%. Always is.
But this year more than others, because with with Rodon coming back at some point, he has the hamstring injury right now. He's gonna get ramped up. Garrett Cole coming back as well. Those are going to push people back and out of the rotation. It's going to make the bullpen stronger. But just think of this: the first 2 games, and like you were saying before, small sample size. Max Fried is 2-0, 13.1 innings pitched, 10 strikeouts, with a .53 WHIP. And then following up with the number 2 guy, Cam Schlittler, who's also 2-0, 11.2 innings pitched, 15 strikeouts, and a .26 WHIP. You're talking about 2 guys that are just dominant. And I will say this, Max, they're two, and be honest with you, they're 2 different pitchers. Max Fried is not he's got 10 Ks, but he's not a strikeout pitcher. He's pitching to early contact. He's got the 4-seamer, he's got the cutter, he's got the sinker working. And those 3 pitches right then and there. Those are his bread and butter. He's throwing those in totality 60-something%, maybe 66% of the time. One of those 3 fastballs. Cam Schlittler's throwing the same 4 pitches as well, but they're all tunneling out of the same area for Cam Schlittler. So he's throwing a sinker that's in upper 90s. He's throwing a four-seam fastball that's going at 100 miles an hour. He's got it, the cutter that he throws in there as well. Max Fried's got 7 pitches, so you're talking 3 of them are based on the fastball, and that's 66% of the time. The other 40, you're kind of getting with a sweeper, a slider, a changeup, and a curveball. So there's a lot. If Max Fried has got 1 pitch off, like he can chuck that and go to the next one, and then go to the next one to the next one. He's got arsenal.
You're not wrong at all. Like especially when it comes to Max Fried. Okay, when I saw him last year in spring training, like up close and personal, and seeing his pitching, that man's curveball is the prettiest curveball I think I've seen in a long time. And I think that, in my opinion, that is his gem, because that curve has such a nice drop on it that it's like, it just fools everybody how it just floats in there. And what's also helping out the whole pitching staff is actually the whole ABS. Let's be real. It's working out that you have, oh my gosh, look, we got some umpires that don't know how to call the zone anymore. And now all of a sudden it's like, you got freaking damn Wells where there's like, oh, it's a strike. Look, it was a little bit, it wasn't low. It was actually right there. Like, that's helping out a lot, because we all know, as Yankee fans especially, how bad it is when we're watching a game and it's like, that's a strike, and they're calling it a ball, and it's like, what are you calling it a ball for? So with ABS going out, it's definitely working out for the team, especially since, unlike other teams, our players are more disciplined, and they know their like their zones and everything like that. You're not worried if you got Judge, Stanton, Belly, any of them going to go tap their head either. So it works on both sides.
No, not one. No, you're 100% right. ABS is definitely something that is good for the game. It's good for it's good for the Yankee batters because they're disciplined, and especially for someone like Judge who constantly gets that low and away strike called on him for some reason. That at a 6-7, if you can't reach the ball, there's no reason why you're calling that a strike. But needless to say, they're still calling that. But that's also you also have a CB Buckner out there. You also got CB Buckner that can't figure out what the strike zone is, number one, and then can't figure out when someone touches first base.
100%. But then, like I say, looking into the pitching area where you have Wells, who has that one leg out stance, so it's basically usually his hands a little down, so he's usually going up and everything like that. Whenever he catches a ball, it's not like he's actually framing it like that at all. He's just going up and catching it. That's his motion when he does it. So whenever he catches the ball, you have umpires either thinking it's either he caught it too high or he caught it too low because it's just so fast on them. So it works out also into that advantage as well. So that way it's like, you know what? We're in a better shape, especially compared to, like, let's say, perfect example, Marlins are going to come up this weekend. We know that's going to happen this weekend. Everybody, when you're watching the game, when you're watching the Marlins, you're going to notice they're not going to go challenge. They're not going to challenge as much when it happens because they are not disciplined on their strike zone. They are not disciplined on knowing their zone compared to the Yankees that have that get that ingrained into them. That you're going to be seeing so many more calls that you're going to be like, oh wow, why didn't the Marlins tap their head? And it's because the Marlins don't know their strike zone. That's why.
The Marlins are also a much younger team. They've got a lot of kids that don't know the strike. You're right. They don't know the strike zones. You have kids. They have kids that are kind of coming through right now, and they got they got talent coming through. Give them a few, give them a little bit of seasoning, and you're gonna see that team kind of make some moves along the way.
Sure, I see more trade fodder, but okay.
There's always trade fodder, but I do believe. Listen, if you want to go down trade fodder, I think that the trade deadline is Sandy's on the market.
Of course he is.
Sandy. They didn't trade him last year, and the Yankees were in deep conversations with him last year. I don't know if the Yankees are going to be in deep conversations with the Marlins about Sandy this year, but Sandy's going to be on the market, and Sandy's going to get you at least 2 blue chips minimum, even for the the rental. You'll get at least one big blue chip. You might get like
I can see that.
I could see 2 blue chips from Sandy. Like Sandy's worth 2 blue. Sandy's worth 2 blue chips, especially like coming like right now. I mean, he just went 13 strikeouts, 9 complete game shutout. Like, if he's pitching like this, he's gonna you might get 3 chips out of him.
Well, we don't got to worry about that this weekend, so who cares?
We don't. We got Yuri. I'm sure Yuri's gonna be there though tomorrow. I think Yuri starts tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken.
I'm not even like I said. It's the Marlins. It's the bottom.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna.
But you know what?
Worst case scenario. It's going to be 2. We're going to get 2 out of 1. That's it. But they're going to take the series. So that's like, whatever.
But you know what? Like last year, I went to the Saturday game down in Miami. You were at the Sunday game.
Correct.
I was there when Yuri pitched. Yuri pitched a shutout was pitching a shutout against the Yankees. The Yankees couldn't do anything against Yuri Perez.
Yes.
So just
100%.
But think of it this way: they're still gun shy about the guy.
But they still lost that game for the fact of the matter. Once they took him out, the bullpen messed up. They just didn't have it anymore. Unlike the Sunday game when I went, they actually won the game, because that's one thing I know very well, especially when it comes to the Marlins. For some reason, Sunday games at home, they know how to win. They actually know how to win. When it's 1-2 o'clock start time, and oh my gosh, they're good. They could actually play baseball very well. But when it's a night game, it's like, oh no, it's past their bedtime.
Well, all the old people down there in Miami. Well, actually, more old people over in Tampa than Miami.
I was about to say, I was like, we're way younger than you are up there, sir.
Oh yes, no, 100%. This is all retirement area over here. All retirees are over here. It's god awful.
Well, let's not talk about Florida, everybody, because that's going to get everybody bored.
Yeah, exactly. But you know something. I will say this, right? I mentioned Cam Schlittler before.
Yes.
And if you guys have been watching MLB Network, one of the things that they were talking about is tunneling, and Paul Skeens was big on that. That he has at least his slider and I think it's his splitter, his splinker, everything's kind of coming out of the same area. Listen to Pitching Ninja, like they'll go geek out on pitching, but Cam Schlittler's doing the same thing with his 4-seamer, with his cutter and his sinker. Every one of those pitches are coming from the same arm slot, the same release point, same everything. So batters cannot figure out which one of those pitches are coming. All of a sudden, you see what looks like a 4-seamer coming riding at them, and then boom, it could be a cutter that they're missing because it dips right over the middle of the plate.
And it doesn't hurt that he has that freaking damn curveball hitting in the 83. So think about it. You're seeing something coming at you at 99, 96, and then all of a sudden you're like, boom, 83 coming at you out of nowhere. It's like, okay, well, I'm going to swing and a miss all the way.
Oh, no, without a doubt.
And,
what I'm saying
and his curve also drops just like Max Fried's. It's such a crazy drop. It's like everyone decides to know how to curve.
Curveballs are big. The Yankees, what I think is the Yankees have been very big on getting the sinker and getting the cutter. What's his name? Matt Blake has been very much everything's based on that fastball. And now you're having everyone doing at least three iterations of a fastball. So you have the 4-seamer that's going, and you have guys that can throw mid to upper 90s, 100 miles an hour, things like that. You piggyback that with a sinker that can go hard. You got a cutter now going hard. Like it's just going down, going away, going high.
Exactly.
There's no play they can fix it.
Even put it into a fifth pitch in there if they could get a 2-seamer in there. Let's be real. Boom.
Well, 2-seamers are kind of like a sinker, just
but it's not. But not.
It's just finger placement. Yeah, exactly. It's just finger placement.
Exactly, 100%. But let's be real. Like, there's so many. That's just a little bit of finger placement, and then it could be easily a fifth pitch out of nowhere.
Yeah. Or go 6-1 with the split finger instead. Now we're just going all different areas with that.
I mean, we're not going to go to spitball though. Come on, we know that though. unless we're all a bunch of kids playing in the street. Who cares then? We're spitting on the ball all day.
Hey, you never know. The Astros might come out with something. I mean, they can't hit trash cans anymore, so they might cheat a different way. They might bring it old school. What? We're talking about the top. We're talking about the top 2 guys. Will Warren pitched a great game. Ryan Weathers pitched a really good game as well against Seattle. And the Yankees only lost, but he gave up 1 run. I mean, he had 7 strikeouts in 4 1/3 or 5 innings, something like that. Like he pitched very well. Something they can all build off of their performances. So hopefully, against the Marlins, you have Will Warren going on Friday against probably Uri. Then you got Weathers happening on the next outing, and then Fried would probably be the final game for in that series as well. So you've got people there that you can keep going and going and going. And it seems like that a Will Warren, he might not have the high end talent, no, not talent, but high end velocity, high end stuff that a Cam Schlittler or a Ryan Weathers has, or even a Max Fried. But Will Warren stuff can play, and he can produce, and you don't need to have 100. You don't have to have a 100-mile-an-hour fastball with a 12-6 curveball that breaks off that breaks off like nothing else. His pitches are effective as long as he gets outs, and you know what? If he can continue to do what he's doing, Aaron Boone's going to have a nice problem on his hands, because he's going to have to figure out at some point if Weathers and Warren, they both extend themselves and they both do well. When Rodon comes back, when Cole comes back, one of those two is going to have to go to the bullpen.
Probably both are going to go to the bullpen, dude.
No, you're going to no. Well, Luis Gil's already going to go back to the bullpen. He's going to be the first one out of there.
That's true. I forgot about him. I really did forget about him, actually.
Well, he's in AAA. You can't really think about him right now.
That's another reason why I'm not even going to think about him. That he's not even up. Why are you going to bring up a name he's not even here, dude? Think about it right now. He's not even part of the plan right now. He's not even a part of the plan. He's not on the team. He's not a part of the plan, sir. Okay, we're waiting for right now with the way the rotation is right now. Warren, Will or freaking Ryan, one of those two, okay, out of the other two are going to be going out, because guess what? If they're still doing good. Once you got Rodon, once you got freaking damn the King back, it's over. They're going to be on the bench. But guess what? That's going to be good, because guess what? Will does better, I feel, when he's coming out of the pen. Because you know what? That Giants game, he was getting knocked out pretty well in that 4th inning. Let's be real, okay? He was getting knocked around. Weathers, yeah, he did good. He's doing good. But, let's be real for a minute.
It's a lot of baseball.
You're going to rather want Cole and freaking. You're going to rather want Cole. You're going to rather have Rodon. You're going to rather have freaking Max.
Yeah.
And
I'm with that. I'm with all that. I'm good with what will happen is that Warren and Weathers, the W boys, they're going to piggyback off each other.
100%.
That'll be that, that day. It'll be 4 innings for Weathers, 4 innings for Warren, and boom. Then you go to the rest of the pen, and then those guys and everybody else will kind of be set up for themselves.
100%. I could definitely see keeping Warren and Weathers, keep them both on that bullpen ready, and always tell them, be like, hey guys, you're not playing today, but be ready, because you might be ready. You might be playing. It might be the 2nd inning out of nowhere, and you might have to get out there for who knows what. So that way, these two young individuals are always ready and mindset ready. I'm talking about. That's what I'm really talking about. Not arm, mindset ready. So that way, oh no, it's the 2nd inning. I got to get in there because something, God forbid, happened to somebody, and I got to get in there. Well, boom. They're going to have that mindset. They would have that experience already because they were already starting, so it would work out better. So I like that idea. I really, really do like it, because it's not a bad problem to have at all when that scenario happens, because it's baseball. We know it. It's a long season. And guess what? I bet you anything that's going to be a game that someone's going to get knocked out in the 1st or 2nd inning. It's going to happen. It happens every year.
Yeah. No, you're right about that. But you touched on something before as well. Kind of switch. You want to switch. Keeping pitching, but kind of switching gears a quick second. You mentioned Wells tapping with the ABS, but I don't want to talk about Wells mostly about the ABS. I want to talk about Wells, how he is. I think we mentioned before about WBC. Austin Wells going to WBC was probably the best thing that could have happened to him. Yep. Because then he was around a Manny Machado who's a leader. He was around a Fernando Tatis Jr. who was a leader. He was around Juan Soto, who he was in the clubhouse with before. He was around Vladdy Jr., who was a beast. He was around Ketel Marte. He was around Julio Rodriguez. He was around all them dudes in the Dominican Republic, who, mind you, the USA beat, but he was around superstars and saw how those superstars went about their business and saw how everything was going on, and then was the main catcher for the Dominican Republic, and he had to catch guys like Sandy. He had to catch top end guys there. So in games that are important, so he had to step his game up from the word go. And I think doing that and being in that kind of situation has been a positive carryover for Austin Wells, because you can see like he's much more improved going into the season. His defense has looked absolutely sharp. His pitch calling has been absolutely sharp. It's early in the season. I know that already. Before the wear and tear and the catcher comes in, his bat is there too. He doesn't have to hit home runs, but he's not looking like the dude that's lost at the plate.
He's not. You know he's not looking. Don't know what you're not wrong on anything you're saying about that. And going back to it, like you're saying about all these people that he was able to be around and learn from. It also didn't hurt that the pool that he was in, because let's be real, all those people, they're all going to be able to hang out at least and have a little bit of lunch or breakfast or whatever it is, because they're all players. So, it's spring training basically. So you can't tell me that somebody like freaking Salvador Perez wasn't helping him out either, giving him a couple of tips, helping like, hey, teach you a little bit of this.
Sally's Venezuelan.
I know he's Venezuelan, but the same pool.
Oh.
But it's all that same pool.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Like everyone's chilling.
Everybody in that whole pool is chilling out. They're all in Miami.
Oh, yeah.
So you're going to be telling me, oh, no, someone from the Dominican team is going to be like, hey, Sal, come on over for a meal. And then maybe Wells could be there. It probably could have happened. There's possibilities that he was also able to hang out with other high caliber catchers that are in the league and help him out to get better tips. So we don't know. A lot of things happened. Heck, even being loose and having and getting a more of a free spirit in his mind of baseball and being happy and less like, oh my gosh, it's the worst thing in the world. And I got to be strict on everything because yes, that's the Yankee way, but you got to put a little bit of that jazz in you, like Jazz Chisholm Jr. I love him. Why do I love him? Because he puts into the team that youth, not scared of anything factor. Like, I'm here to have joy and go for it. And that's what Wells is now playing. He is now playing into the area of, I'm happy. I'm here for like joy, for a joyous occasion. I don't care about anything else. And at the end of the day, we will win.
It doesn't hurt to have a guy like Albert Pujols coaching you either. just a little bit right there. Yeah, exactly. We'll be quiet about that one.
He's retired. He's retired.
Yeah, but Albert Pujols was the manager of the DR team.
I'm not denying that. I'm not denying.
But don't forget, I think there's a little, when you put everything together, there's a little bit between Aaron Boone and Albert Pujols.
Batting wise. Let's be real for a minute. Could put you or me on that on the Dominican team. We're gonna learn a lot more what to do.
100%.
Like, I mean, if I could be on any team, the Dominican team's the team I'm learning how to play baseball correctly on. That's the real.
Oh, without a doubt. So speaking of, moving on the offensive side, I want to touch on one. I want to touch on one other person on the non-pitching side. I want to know through how you're feeling about Jose Caballero now at shortstop. Playing, he's played every game. So how are you feeling about Jose Caballero?
First game I didn't like, but that was just because the throws to first in that first game seemed a little weak. After that, he's picked it up. He's not a Volpe, so that's an improvement because better arm strength and everything like that. But I don't see him as our future. So like, it is what it is. I mean, like,
I get you. I get you.
He could work out for the season. He could definitely work out for the season, very very much so. But I like others that are on the the minors that are going to come on up and stronger.
I get you. Well, my thing is this now, because you know exactly where I'm going to go with this, and you know what's going to happen this season.
George.
Yes, George. But I'm actually, but George, I'm actually for George to be here this season. Things have to go. I think for that to happen, things have to go drastically wrong with
1,000%.
Volpe E6 and with Caballero. Like both those have to have catastrophic injuries, catastrophic slumps, catastrophic everything has to go wrong in order for them to pull. And even so, I don't think they'll pull like a Paul DeJong up there before they bring George Lombard up there. Mm-hmm. What I'm saying is this: is that the Yankees are making their announcements. Oh, even with Caballero doing well, they're making sure everyone knows. Oh, don't worry, Volpe's he's hitting off the tee. He's getting ready. He's going to be going into rehab games soon, like preparing us for. Hey, as I was saying before, many times over, you're gonna have. It doesn't matter what Caballero does. The minute they deem Volpe ready, they're gonna shove him. They're gonna shove him down our throats into the starting position. So what I'm asking is, do you think if Caballero continues to play the way he's playing right now, he gets on base, he doesn't have to hit for power, but he's hitting pretty well, making good throws. He makes the plays he needs to at shortstop. He doesn't look like it's, my heart doesn't go into my throat when the ball's hit to him. Mm-mm. Do you think, or do you believe that he should be removed from shortstop?
All right. So, in a perfect world where I'm in control, he's on the team, Volpe is going to be traded. That's pretty simple how I would do it. If it was me that I'm running the organization, I'm not running the organization. We got Boone and we got Cashman. Like, let's be real, okay? And they both have a metaphorical hard on for them both. Those for him so much like that.
I don't think it's metaphorical.
You're probably right, but I think I'm trying to play it safe here, okay, sir? So, I'm not gonna assume anything. But as I was saying, so like they have that mindset on Volpe so much that unfortunately he's going to be back. Now, the real question is when he comes back, how long is it going to take of mediocre defensive and subpar batting? Mm-hmm. Like, let's be straight on the
put it where the cards, put all the cards
exactly. His defensively, he's very, very, very mediocre, and when it comes to batting, like I said, subpar. Do not want to see him batting. I get knots in my stomach when I see the man bat. Like, let's be real.
It's better than what I get.
I mean, I know you get you. Don't worry, I know you're over there like by next to your bathroom throwing up because you saw him. He's up at bat. But yeah, it's gonna happen now. If he does good, if Volpe does well, that's a whole different story. Cool. I'm happy. That's a different. Okay. Now, if he does bad, what happens? What does the team do? Are they going to trade him? Are they going to put him back down to try to do some more work for a phantom, another injury type of thing or whatever it is to try to work him out because, they think he's the future? Or are they going to say, you know what? Like I said, trade him, cut it out. Get some pieces back for him at least because We have control over him until 2029. That's the 2029. He's expected to hit free agency in 2029. That's what he's expected to hit free agency. So a team could have control, get some good pieces for someone that they could have if they had the value for him. And then that way, George can come on up. He could be on the bench and he could be learning from the show.
Could do that. Okay. To say I've been very adamant about the removal of Anthony Volpe from the Yankee organization is an understatement.
You've been at that for like what?
Since he started, since opening day. I think from his first opening day, I think I started that. Honestly, I swear to you, I think I started at that point. I think because I remember hitting up Danny because Danny was always so for those who were never watched any of the old shows, Danny, one of the OGs, he and I, honest to God, we would be on two ends of the spectrum, especially the entire first season. And it just so coincidentally, we were doing a State of the Union a recap of the season, and it was just he and I talking about Anthony Volpe, and we both actually from the perches that we were firing shots at from the entire time, we both were in the middle and came to the exact same conclusion. At the end of the season, that first season, he was immediately like a C type player. Like he was not like his defense. He got a Gold Glove. He was. Offense, defense was great.
I think you guys agreed on C-,
something along those lines. Like it was just like we went from two far ends of the spectrum. Like he was at like, don't send him down. He's going to be the dude. Where I was at, punt him from the team now. He can't hit his weight, and for us to come to the middle, and then as of last season, Danny, we would always talk, and Danny would be like, "Yo, I'm done with this dude. I'm done with him." So, we got other friends. We got other friends of the show that are very much in the Anthony Volpe camp. That's the hill that they're gonna die on, and that's cool.
I was on the camp too that first season as well. Like, let's be real. He came out that first season for Volpe. He did come out with a nice, like, as a good shotgun. You get what I'm saying? Like he everyone was happy. We were all on that high. All of us, except for you. You were the only one that was calling it from the very beginning. And I'm not going to deny it. I mean, a spade's a spade, and you call that spade, okay? Like, let's be real. But we were all seeing it. We were all on the bandwagon of him going to be making it. And then, slowly but surely, the arm strength, you're seeing the arm strength not working out. You're seeing that, when he gets on base, yeah, it works, but like, oh no, now everyone's catching his hop. He's not stealing as much anymore because that dumb triple hop he does, and everyone knows, like, oh, once he does the triple hop, he's going to be trying to steal. It's like everyone, all his things, all his little gimmicks got caught, and it's been aired out, and we all see it for what it is, and it's like, you know what? I loved it. I was happy for you, Volpe. You were doing great, but the carrot, it struck midnight. The carrot just turned into a pumpkin. I got to do what I got to do, man.
No, I get you. I mean, I think, like I've said this before too. I think that when it comes to him, it was the fact of you passed on all these shortstops in the past.
Yep. That
you passed on historic free agent classes of shortstops.
Yep.
For someone who was not proven, and to come up there and reiterating all this, as I've said before, his bat was supposed to be the calling card, and his bat's not the calling card. His glove wasn't supposed to be the calling card at all. Nobody, 29 other teams still don't think he's a shortstop.
Before you keep continuing that, I never thought his batting was his calling card. What I thought the calling card was for him on when it came to offensively was him to be on base for stealing. That was his only true calling card. His batting was never his calling card. Everyone just got fooled in the very beginning for the fact of the matter that he was hitting home runs, and it was, oh my gosh, he's hitting home runs. It's oh my gosh, he's the greatest thing. No, he wasn't the greatest thing in the world. It's just that he got lucky and he was able to freaking find the short porch. Let's be real.
Yes, and even if you watch him, and if you go back to his minor league numbers, his minor league numbers batting average was not good. Well, they were okay. They weren't off the charts. Okay. Yes, before he got called up, yeah, he had a 20-50 season. And that's, I think, that's where everyone kind of was like, if he sold 50 in the minor leagues, had 20 in the 20 dingers in the minors, like maybe 15, maybe he's got 15 in him when he comes up. He's got, speed is speed. I mean, like you can kind of run it out. And then he just couldn't get on base. And then he shows again the next season. Like he got on base a little bit more, but he went through too many peaks and valleys in the second season. And then last year he couldn't get on base again. And then he's selling out again for home runs, and he can't do that. Then he's in the playoffs, he's striking out 75% of the time. And they're playing him every single play. And then have to sub him out, then decide to sub him out so that Jason Dominguez can get the booze instead of Anthony Volpe. And all J-Dom does is rip the double to shut up the Yankees.
Oh, J-Dom was looking great spring, though. He was really looking like a stud. Like, oh my gosh.
He's still hitting. I mean, he's still hitting in the minors. And he's hitting 300 in the minors. He missed a fly ball.
Like how you said how WBC was a godsend for Wells, it was also a godsend for J-Dom, because let's be real, he got more playing time for the fact of the matter that you didn't have Judge there anymore. There were certain people gone. So he was raking, and not just, he's just raking on the left side. He was actually doing it on the right side too. Like, oh my gosh, he might be actually that switch hitter that we want.
He just needs it. He just needs the time. He just needs the time.
Exactly. That's all. Time.
That's all it comes down to. And then you know what? I think at the end of the day, if left field doesn't, so many things to be said about the way the Yankees are doing him wrong. But at the end of it all, if left field does not work out for him, with the long-term contract that they have for Cody Bellinger and Spencer Jones still being around there, I think, and with Giancarlo kind of on the way out the door, you can then transition Aaron Judge over into the more of a full-time DH role and let J-Dom be right field. And that's that says it all right there.
Dang it. Why, Mark? Why did you got to go outfield?
I what's funny, when we all did our 200th episode and I said shortstop, I was sitting there, I said, you know what, let's get rid of Volpe, put J-Dom at shortstop. I were talking to Dave was hitting me up the next day. He goes, yo, people are going nutty over what you said. I said, what did I say this time? He goes, when you said that J-Dom should be the shortstop. I said, that was a good take. I said,
I mean, yeah, it was a good take, but I want. Okay. The worst thing to happen in this offseason, and as of right now, like I said, there are 5 people only doing better than him right now. Okay. But it's Krish. Yeah. I have him on my radar, guys. He's on my lasers. He is all I'm looking at. Okay. Out of what? Let me see if I still got that page opened up on this computer. All right. We got Christian Yelich. We got freaking Austin Riley. You got freaking damn Matt Olson. Guess what? All those guys all having better averages. Then you got freaking Hung Yo Lee. He's doing crap. You got Trent Grisham. He's doing crap. Javier Baez, 143. Trevor Story, 138. Like, let's be real. You're not going to get anything good going on until you basically get to, what was it? Not Bryce Harper. Oh my gosh. I know what. John Carlos is with 500 right now. And then everybody else is below it. Yeah. Everyone else below it. So yeah, that's it. 3, it's 4. That's all it is. Like, not even 5. It's 4. And yeah, he doesn't belong on the team. You have Christian Yelich. The man is batting 338. Okay, yeah, he's doing what Christian Yelich is doing right now. 338. 381. He has a 381 average right now. Okay, beginning of the dang season, and this man has been constantly doing over 300s throughout his career. The times that he does 200s is because it was an injury season. And that guy could have been taking his spot, taking Trent Grisham's spot a long time ago, and we wouldn't have this problem. But we have this dang problem right now. Okay, that the Yankees decided to pay Trent Grisham to keep his mediocre defense and his horrible offense. Because let's be very real, last year that was the Cinderella story for him. Just like it struck midnight for Volpe, it's already struck midnight for freaking Trent Grisham. You and I both know this. Okay, having him on this team is the worst thing could happen, because right now it should be Belly in center, J Dom in left, and Judge in right. That's how the team should be going right now. Okay, but it's not going that way because, oh no, the front office had that fear for Dominguez. They didn't think Dominguez was going to make it or whatever, and they thought, oh, maybe he's too young. Well, guess what? That youngster would be not getting paid that $22 million that you're wasting on Trent Grisham. That's money they could have spent on something else in the offseason.
Or they could have gotten themselves underneath the Steve Cohen tax, which Cal always doesn't want to be near.
Hey,
even if you know what I'm saying, like even if you didn't ride like that, they could have turned around, got themselves underneath that one.
Yeah, they could have got underneath it, or they could have spent that 22 or 20 even, or 15 or 10 or whatever it is. Yeah. They would have had to spend it on something else.
Exactly.
Like, I don't care if they spent $100 million. I mean, $1 million on balls alone. It's a better investment than Trent Grisham.
You know, Trent Grisham is batting 200 with a 304 OBP, 350 slug, and a 654 OPS.
I know.
Six games. I understand. I know you do.
I looked at the numbers. And I'm like, I'm disgusted. And if it keeps on going this way, by the end of this month, I will be beating that drum so hard for J Dom.
Oh yeah. It's funny. I'm just looking at some of the things like as it goes across. I think that 23. I'm just looking at some of the things on Baseball Savant. At 24, he didn't play. I mean, last year he just was not good. He wasn't good enough defensively. It's the craziest thing. Even his running wasn't even good. I don't get it. I don't get that.
His defense has been horrible this season so far. Like, let's be real. He's misjudging hits. He's either undershooting it or overshooting where the ball should be. Like, it's I'm like, what is going on with this man right now? It's like,
I don't know. They gave $22 million for a guy that all statistically was showing that he was regressing as a defensive player. And who knows? But then again, I mean, you got guys like Joel Sherman who was out there who've said it before. They said if there was a center fielder out there that hit 34 home runs, the Yankees probably would have been making phone calls on him to try to get him on the team. So I don't know. It's a tough thing.
I mean, I understand the Yankees could have done that, and yes, but all right. Just because I'm going to buy somebody off the free, just because someone's on the free agent market, doesn't mean it's the right call. Let's be real. Like, oh my gosh, someone hit 34 home runs last season. Let me call him. You know what? That's nice. Okay, a broken clock strikes midnight twice a day. Like, let's be real. Okay, you're gonna hit 12 twice a day if that clock ain't working no more. Like,
yeah. But
he's done.
You're forgetting always the most important part that nobody talks about when it comes to Trent Grisham. The captain said, I want to run it back with my guys. I want to run it back with Grisham, and I want to run it back with Bellinger. Don't forget that was said.
He should have been saying, okay, like, yes, he's our captain. Yes, he's. I appreciate him for what he is, but I'm going to be honest. The man does not manage the dang team. He doesn't know what's going on. He just sees what's going on in the inside, but he doesn't look at the numbers. He's not realizing anything else. He's like, oh, well, we worked out well together. Yay, let's keep on going, Mickey Mouse. Like, come on, no, this isn't the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse type shit. Okay, excuse my language on that one right there, but whoa, like, come on, man.
I was waiting for you to drop that one.
Like, hey. It's 10 o'clock on the East Coast right now where this is streaming. Okay, I'm sorry. This is the PGA. I'm messing. No.
But we'll go. He always going down this road. But don't forget this. Judge said he want to run it back with Belly. He want to run it back with Grisham.
Belly's the only one. He's the only one's right to do it, though.
But he was nowhere to be found when it came to wanting to run it back with Soto.
No.
The guy who he went to the World Series with.
Exactly.
So think how wild that is.
No, it's not wild. It's not wild. Okay. It just proves all the rumors that everybody heard. Mm-hmm. Everybody heard about the locker room, the vision in that locker room when Soto was in there. That we've all seen it. Okay, like it is proof. Because if Judge wanted Soto will be on that team right now. Judge didn't want Soto.
No. See, we knew we all know that San Diego didn't want Soto, wanted to get rid of Soto too. Like before he got traded, they wanted to get rid of him that season before. Like they got him, they realized it wasn't working out. They wanted out.
Yeah, I remember that. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So let's roll it.
When Soto got there, when Soto got there, you had Manny already there.
You had Manny. You had Fernando.
Fernando was already there too. I'm like I said, I'm just thinking off the top of my head of just like those two right there. So those two are Manny,
two alphas in and of themselves.
Manny's the alpha of the infield and then you got Fernando is the alpha of the outfield right now going on over there. So it's like, and then you have Soto, World Series winner, 100%, but they're also going to be like, you just got here, bro. You gotta work. You gotta still work your way up. Like, so I understand it. And then he's going
Xander Bogaerts. Then they signed Xander Bogaerts.
Exactly. And then boom.
And then Jackson. And then they promoted Jackson Merrill too. And then Jackson Merrill was on the
and then Soto comes over us. He whatever the season happens to happen. World Series and win World Series. Now he's a Met. And look at the same thing. Last season, and there was always that little thing going on. How many Mets are no longer Mets that were lifetime Mets because Soto's there and they are choosing Soto over anything else?
Well, I also think that there was some of those at least one of those guys had a problem with Lindor. So there was issues with Lindor there, and then you got too many people kind of dropping tea leaves out there that there's issues between Soto and Lindor. I think that there's a good chance that Steve Cohen, who went all in on Soto, $51 million a year, then when he does the opt out and he opts out and they can say, nah, we're gonna tack on the extra year or whatever years, we're gonna come in there and you get a bump from $51 to $54 million plus X plus Y plus Z, all that other stuff.
Here's another one.
Francisco was only making $30 million. He's probably pissed about the fact that someone's making that much more than like $21 million right now.
100%. Look at it this way. You got Edwin Diaz, awesome closer.
Mm-hmm.
He ain't there no more. He could have stayed. He was like,
I'm gonna go. He didn't even call them back. He didn't even call them he didn't call them to match.
Nothing. He was like, Dodgers, say less. I'm out. That's what happened. And the Dodgers have a reason why they could run it back again because they know what they're doing.
No,
I wouldn't be shocked.
No, it'll be. I mean, listen. Every year it gets tougher and tougher for a team to run it back. And I think, honestly, I think like teams are getting, there are teams in the NL that are stronger that could knock the Dodgers off their perch. So
I mean, we'll see what happens. Like I said,
I mean, it's a long season. A lot of things can happen. But
exactly.
let's kind of finish this up tonight. We're talking about the series coming up. We got Yankees Marlins, like we said before.
2-1. That's what's gonna happen. It's gonna be a 2-1. I'm calling it.
You're saying 2-1. It'll be a fun time. That'll be a nice little thing for that.
Exactly. It's gonna be a 2-1. The Yankees are gonna win tomorrow night, and they're gonna win tomorrow night, and they're gonna win on Saturday night. They could sweep, but if they don't sweep,
I think tomorrow's tough. Will Warren versus Yuri Perez that's gonna be a tough one. You got Yuri and
okay.
You got Will Warren versus Yuri Perez. Then you got Weathers versus Meyer on Saturday. Saturday is Ryan Weathers. You got Weathers versus Max Meyer. And then I'm pulling up the Sunday schedule as we speak.
Yeah, and I'm also checking something else for myself. Right.
No problem. And then on Sunday we got it'll be Chris Paddock versus Max Fried. So
tomorrow
I definitely expect the Sunday game to be a W for the Yankees. I think the Saturday game is going to be the W for the Yankees also. I think tomorrow's it could be an L for the Yankees, to be honest with you.
I think
because I personally like Yuri Perez as a pitcher too much. I think he's got nasty stuff.
You're right, but I'm more looking at it this way right now. I'm gonna say Saturday is gonna be the game probably. Reason why is tomorrow I'm looking at weather. Looking at the weather. It's tomorrow. It's 61 high, so it's already cold, and it's gonna go and it's gonna have a low of 42. It's gonna go colder. Where unlike Saturday, where it's gonna start off warm and then get cold, so that they have a chance. And then Sunday, of course, it's 62 to 41, so it's gonna be 62 degrees. Let's be real on the field on that day, so it's no problem compared to Friday and Saturday.
I get you.
Or those are both night games.
No. It'll be fun. It should be fun. Hopefully coming back home, you got some of the guys that kind of been on the snide right now. They start feeling themselves again. Maybe the West Coast trip wasn't the way to start off the season for some of the guys on the team, but maybe coming back east, coming back home, kind of getting in the cozy surroundings will be the way to reinvigorate or heat up the bats for some of the guys. That sucks
because I was really hoping that the dang West Coast one would have helped them out because it would have been warmer weather for them in the beginning of the season instead of dealing with that nasty northeast horrible.
But they started them off in San Francisco and Seattle, two of the cold. It's like going to the Northeast at that point.
That's true. That is true. Especially Seattle. That's the great Northwest.
Exactly. I mean, it might as well. It probably was warmer in New York than it was in Seattle.
Possibly. The Seattle one was a cold series. Yeah.
Yeah. But that's going to wrap it up for us tonight. Alex, I want to thank you for joining us and coming back. You'll be everybody here. You'll be seeing that pretty face of his more often.
Don't lie to them. I know I'm ugly.
Let's trying to have them engage with you.
Hey,
maybe we'll put that.
You know what? If they want to engage with me, if they like Magic the Gathering, they can go follow me there. Then, because you know what? I'm not just baseball. I'm also Magic the Gathering.
We'll pop it out there. Let them know. Let them know. Give them everything. Give them all your spots.
Cool. I'm on TikTok, Facebook, IG, Threads, all of it. Straw Hat _Alex_MTG. If you are a Magic the Gathering fan, if you do play trading card games or any of that kind of stuff, shoot me a follow. I try to do deck techs. I do try to do motivational quotes, a little bit of everything out there, just to try to put some happiness out there into a little nerdy community, so that way everyone's happy and not feeling not feeling part of a community. Because I don't like how lots of people try to make everyone, you know how it is, Mark. lots of people try to do divisions. I don't like that. I try to bring everyone together so that way everyone could grow and make it.
Exactly. That's always a good thing to do. And also on my end, coming out soon, we're going to be dropping a new podcast on the channel as well. We're going to be fully focused on prospects. We got a bunch of the guys on that are throughout the whole channel. We're all going to be getting together, so stay tuned for that. We'll be letting you guys know when that's going to be coming out. Should be coming out soon. But until then, for Dave, who couldn't be here, for Alex, this is Mark, Bronx Muchachos, signing off.
Hasta luego.